What's up, guys? Let's do some more SQL. So here we have a question called evaluate Boolean expression. So here we have a variables table with a name and a value, and the name is the primary key. So we're not going to have multiple variables with the same name, like x, y, x having like a different value. We can assume that every value or every variable with a name has only one row, right? So name is primary key. We have our expressions table, and we have a left operand, an operator, and a right operand. And in this case, these three columns are the primary key, so these are all unique. And as you can see here, the values in the left operand and right operand are guaranteed to be in the variables table, right? So we can assume any value that's in here, like x or y, is going to be in our variables table. So, we don't need to worry about, okay, if z is in here, but it's not in variables table, we can just disregard that situation occurring. So how would we do this? Well, obviously we're going to do a join. We could do multiple joins. So let's just draw our tables here. So say this is our expressions table, this is our variables table. Since we don't have to worry that our left operand or right operand is not in our variables table, we can just do an inner join, right? If this was like a production application and there was some doubt that these variables or these operands are in our variables table, then we would probably do like a left join, but we don't really have to in this case, right? We can just do an inner join and that'll be fine, right? So here we need to take our expressions table, do a join with our variables table on our specific variable. So this would be left operand and name. And then we need to do another join with our right operand. With our right operand and the name. And then we need to evaluate the Boolean expression, right? And we can do that with a case statement. So let's go ahead and program this. So here is our editor. So let's go ahead and code this. And we'll do expressions dot left operand and now we want to get our value just to test this. So let's take our left variable. So this will be like our placeholder name for our variables join, our joined variables table for the left side. So we'll call this that, and then since we can assume that all of our operands are going to be in our variables table, we don't need to worry about whether these will be null or not. We can assume that there will be a value for this. And we can do a join variables as left variable on join this again. And let's just take a look at what this gives us. Oh, I see. So this needs to be what we named it as. So let's see our output. So as you can see, this is our left side. This is our right side. Same here. So this corresponds to the right value. Now we just need to evaluate this expression. And we can do that with a case statement. So let's do a case statement. When, and we can say when it's greater than, and we want to say true, since this will be a string. We want to, or a varchar, we want to make sure that we have the correct value. And we will rename this column as value. Forgot the when. And let's try this out. And this looks good. Cool. So hopefully you learned something. Thanks for watching.